Okay, so here is our first problem-solving question. We have 4 3D shapes and it's asking us to look at the surface of the shapes and work out which shape is the odd one out. Now let's have a look at shape A. Well, what shape is shape A? Well, it's a cone, isn't it? A cone that is upside down. Now, how many flat faces does a cone have? Ah, yes, look, a cone has one flat face, doesn't it? And it also has one curved surface that goes around the shape. So we've got one flat face and one curved surface. Oh, sorry, that's meant to say one flat face, not one flat faces. Okay, B, how many flat faces does a sphere have? Well, a sphere doesn't have any flat faces, does it? It only has curved surfaces. So therefore, a sphere has one curved surface. Now, we have a cuboid and a cylinder here. So what I'd like you to do is pause the video and have a think how many flat faces and how many curved surfaces do each of these shapes have? Okay, year 2, so let's have a look. Well, we have the cuboid here. Now, does the cuboid have any curved surfaces? No, it doesn't. Look, all of its faces are flat. So therefore, we only have flat faces, no curved surfaces. But how many flat faces have we got? Well, a cuboid has 6 flat faces. Okay, what about D? We've got our cylinder, our tin of beans. Now, how many curved surfaces does a cylinder have? Well, if we have a look, it has one curved surface that goes all the way around it. Now, does it have any flat faces? Well, yes, look, it's got a flat face here and it's got a flat face here. So we can say a cylinder has 2 flat faces and 1 curved surface. So now we know how many flat faces and how many curved surfaces each of these shapes have. We need to work out which one is the odd one out. Now, there is more than one answer to this question. So could you pause the video and see if you can work out which is the odd one out? Okay, yeah, 2. So have you spotted the odd one out? Well, there are 2 options here. We could have chosen B, the sphere. Now, why could I have chosen the sphere? Well, it's because the sphere is the only shape here that doesn't have any flat faces. It's only got a curved surface, hasn't it? Whereas the others all have flat faces. Now, what other shape could I have chosen for the odd one out? Well, I could have chosen the cuboid. Now, why could I have chosen the cuboid? Could you pause the video and have a think? Okay, so why could I have chosen the cuboid? Well, the cuboid only has flat faces, doesn't it? Are there any other shapes here that only have flat faces? Well, no, there isn't. All of the other shapes have some flat faces, well, except for the sphere, and a curved surface. So therefore, the cuboid is the only shape that only has flat faces without any curved surfaces. So well done if you spotted one shape that could be the odd one out, but fantastic if you spotted both of those. Okay, so let's have a look at our next question. So here we have which group of shapes has the most number of flat faces. So this time we're not looking at curved surfaces, only flat faces. Now, let's have a think. We have got 3 square-based pyramids. So that's the pyramid that we have here, because a pyramid can also sometimes have a triangle bottom as well. But the one that we have here is a square-based pyramid, not a triangle-based pyramid. Now, how many flat faces does our square-based pyramid have? Well, we counted earlier that it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 around the top, and then it's got 1 on the bottom, which gives us 5 flat faces. It hasn't got any curved surfaces, has it? So 5 flat faces. So to work out how many flat faces 3 of these would have, we need to do 5 plus 5 plus 5, don't we? Now, what is 5 plus 5 plus 5? Well, let me count in steps of 5 3 times. So I've got 5, 10, 15. Oh, I've counted 3 steps of 5 and I got to 15. So 3 square-based pyramids have 15 flat sides, 15 flat faces, sorry. Now, what about 3 cylinders and 2 cuboids? Could you pause the video and have a think how many flat faces will 3 cylinders and then 2 cuboids have? Okay, so let's have a look. Well, we've got 3 cylinders. Well, we know that a cylinder has 1 curved surface, but we're not thinking about curved surfaces, are we? We're thinking about flat faces. Well, a cylinder has one flat face, two flat faces, okay? So the number sentence that we will write for this is 2 plus 2 plus 2, because there's two flat faces on one cylinder, but we need to know 3 cylinders. Now, what's 2 plus 2 plus 2? Well, we've got 2, 4, 6. There'll be 6 flat faces on 3 cylinders. Now, what about 2 cuboids? Well, our cuboid is one of our shapes that only has flat faces. We found that out in the last question when it was the odd one out. Now, how many flat faces did it have? Well, it had 6 flat faces, didn't it? So therefore, we need to write the number sentence 6 plus 6, which gives us the answer. What's double 6? Yes, you're right, it's 12. So therefore, which shapes have the most number of flat faces? Well, that will be the 3 square-faced pyramids. So fantastic, well done if you got that right. So now it is your turn. You have some questions on your first worksheet, which is Year 2 Maths, 3rd of March, Resource 2. Okay, so if you complete that worksheet first, and then you have some problem-solving questions on Resource 3, which are very similar to the ones we've just looked at together. Okay, well, have a lovely rest of your day, Year 2, and I'll see you in our next maths lesson. Bye.